Hello everybody, today back another video. Alright guys, it is Wimbledon semi-final preview time. We had 128 players when this tournament started for almost 2 weeks ago. Now we have only 4 left men standing. And who are those 4 left men standing? It is Novak Djokovic, it is Carlos Alcaraz, it is Daniil Medvedev, and then the surprise player, at least according to me, I didn't have him on my top 8 favorite list. It is Lorenzo Musetti. Which match should I start talking about first? Let's talk about Djokovic and Lorenzo Musetti first. The head-to-head is 5-1 to Djokovic. So Lorenzo has defeated Djokovic only once, which was at the Monte Carlo last year on clay. But all the other matches, Djokovic has been the winner. And when Lorenzo has troubled Novak and pushed Novak, it has been only on clay. And two of those really big pushes and where he has pushed Novak Djokovic and gave him a hell of a run for his money, has been outside the victory that he had against him at Monte Carlo last year, has been also at French Open, where he has pushed Novak to 5 sets. The first time they faced each other at French Open was back in 2021, 4th round, where Lorenzo Musetti had a 2 sets to love up lead, but Djokovic, we all remember, came back and won that fourth round match against Lorenzo Musetti in 5 sets. And then, just 1 month ago, they faced each other in the 3rd round of French Open. Last time they faced each other, Djokovic won that also in 5 sets. So, when it comes to faster surfaces, they face each other a couple of times in hard courts. Djokovic has beaten him pretty comfortably. So, this is hard, this is grass. Djokovic is a 7-time Wimbledon champion. Djokovic has a big advantage over Lorenzo Musetti in the serve and return department. So, I don't know how Lorenzo Musetti will be able to take 3 sets from Djokovic. He needs to have do his match of his life, and Novak needs to be playing below his level. So I don't think Djokovic will play below his level. I think Djokovic will play pretty good, solid match. Even though Djokovic has not been really tested in this year's Wimbledon so far, he has had the easiest draw I remember. Last time I saw somebody has this kind of an easy draw was probably most likely Rafael Nadal back in 2017 US Open, when Rafael Nadal didn't face one single top 10 player until the title. He didn't even face one single top 20 player, if I'm not mistaken, till he won the title back in 2017 US Open. Djokovic will not have that kind of an easy draw as Nadal, because Djokovic, if he wins the semi-final, he will need to face at least one top 5 player in the final, in likes of or Carlos Alcaraz, who is the world number 3, or Daniil Medvedev, who is the world number 5. So, but before the final, Djokovic doesn't need to face one single top 10 player. And the highest player he has faced has been Holger Rune in the 4th round. Holger Rune, who by the way was a disaster in that 4th round match. So Djokovic has been playing pretty good, solid tennis, but he has not been really tested. Will Lorenzo Musetti test him? I think he will test him more than Rune. I really think so. Why? Lorenzo Musetti has, after all, had a pretty good grass court season. He played the final at Queens, which he lost against Tommy Paul in straight sets. And he has now done a really good run here at Wimbledon. He just defeated Taylor Fritz in 5 sets, a match that I didn't believe Lorenzo will win. I had Taylor as the favorite there, and he was the favorite there. But Taylor lost for the 4th time in his career a quarterfinal match at majors. And for the first time he did that as a favorite. The other 3 times he lost against Nadal and Djokovic, he was not the favorite against those 2 goats. Here he was the favorite, but he came short. Lorenzo Musetti won 76% behind his first serve against Taylor Fritz. We won 54% behind his second serve. So 76% behind his first serve, 54% behind his second serve. Lorenzo Musetti's winning points behind his first serve, with 76%, will go down, dramatically down against Djokovic. Because Djokovic is not Taylor Fritz. Djokovic will make Lorenzo Musetti's life much harder than what Taylor did. Taylor did a pretty weak match, according to me, with 55 unforced errors and 41 winners. So he does 14 more unforced errors than winners, and winning only 65% in his first serve. So Djokovic will through against Lorenzo Musetti completely kind of a ball game and level than what Taylor did. But all respect to Lorenzo Musetti, he has done a deep run here at Wimbledon, a run that I didn't believe. I didn't have him on my top 8 favorite list. So I respect Lorenzo Musetti. I think he can give Novak Djokovic a pretty good run for his money. Mostly with his slice, because Novak Djokovic doesn't like hitting balls when his opponent slices the ball. We have seen that in the past against Roger Federer. He was not always comfortable hitting Federer's slices. Even though Lorenzo Musetti's slice is not as good as Federer's, not even near as good, but he still has one of the best slices on the tour of the players that are playing in this current moment, Lorenzo Musetti. So, and Musetti is coming into this match with a pretty good confidence, even though he's 5-1 down in the head-to-head against Djokovic, but he believes he can defeat him. At least his French Open matches give him belief, even though it is a completely different surface in those matches, and what the case is here at Wimbledon. But he believes he can defeat him. Do I believe Lorenzo Musetti can defeat Djokovic? No, I don't believe that. Of course he can do, because we really don't know Novak's level yet. For God's sakes, he has had a challenger draw, more or less. Really, he has had a challenger draw. He really has. So we don't know what kind of a level Novak is. We don't know. Even Lorenzo Musetti is not very. Yeah, but he's not top 10 in the world. Lorenzo Musetti, he's not. I believe he's 25th in the world, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. Musetti. So, but who knows? But my feeling is that Djokovic has much better serve than Lorenzo Musetti. He has much better returns than Lorenzo Musetti, and this will be the biggest difference in the match. I just can't see that. I don't know how in hell Musetti will be able to win that many points when his first serve against Djokovic like he did at Taylor. 76%. No way he wins 76% of behind his first serve against Djokovic. Djokovic, who by the way didn't even need to play the quarterfinal because Diminau withdraw, so Djokovic will be very well rested, which is good for his knee, because we all know that Djokovic just came back from a knee injury. So Djokovic resting 4 or 5 days before facing Lorenzo Musetti, I think is only good for Novak, and especially for his knee. Who do I have winning here? I have Djokovic winning here in straight sets. If Tommy Paul could defeat Lorenzo Musetti in that Queen's final in straight sets, I think Djokovic can bloody well do that as well. So I think Djokovic defeats Lorenzo Musetti in 3 close sets. Not beat down sets, but 7-5, 6-4, maybe 1 tiebreak. Something like that. Alright, that was my first semifinal preview. The second semifinal preview is between Daniil Medvedev and Carlos Alcaraz. The head-to-head is 4-2 in Carlos Alcaraz's favor. Last time they faced each other was at Indian Wells earlier this year, where Carlos won in straight set 7-6, 6-1. Carlos Alcaraz, the big-time player, the big match player, the 21 superstar player from Spain, the defending champion from last year. I had him losing in the semifinals, but I thought that he will face Sinner there and not Medvedev. But Medvedev, who has done this kind of upsets before, we have seen it before, when people have not believed in him, even though that I was one of them who believed in him the most against Sinner, because every time I say that a match will go 5 sets, you know what that means. That means that I'm not super confident in that player winning, in this case Sinner. So I was not super confident in Sinner winning over Medvedev, and the reason was because Medvedev I'm seeing Medvedev serving better and better, and if you serve better and better on this surface, you will get rewarded. And on this surface, the ball stays really low, it doesn't bounce a lot, so it is not easy ripping the ball and making a lot of winners. And if you do a lot of winners, it will cost. It will cost with a lot of unforced errors. Even though that Sinner did more winners than unforced errors against Medvedev, but Medvedev outclutched Sinner, especially in that 5th set. Sinner did one poor game in the fifth set, and that was hasta la vista, baby. Medvedev, it was all Medvedev needed in the fifth set. It was only one break he needed, and he won that fifth set 6-3. This is what grass court tennis is all about. You don't afford having dips in close matches. You can have it in a match against an opponent who you are superior over. But if the opponent is as good as Medvedev is and as consistent as Medvedev is, you cannot give away games like Sinner more or less did in that fifth set, in that fourth game of the fifth set. So, anyway, I was not huge surprised that Medvedev defeated Sinner in the quarterfinal, because we have seen Medvedev defeating favorites before when people have not believed in him. We all know against Djokovic back in 2021 US Open final, not many believed in Medvedev. We all know what happened. Medvedev gave Djokovic a straight set defeat. 6-4, 6-4, 6-4. And then last year at the US Open semifinal, we all expected a Djokovic Carlos Alcaraz final at the US Open 2023. We all remember what happened. Medvedev defeated Carlos in the semifinal in 4 sets. And this time around here at Wimbledon, it is not any different scenario from last year's US Open. Majority of tennis analysts are not any different. We expect a Djokovic Carlos Alcaraz final now. We really do. So you by now know who I will pick between Medvedev and Carlos. I will pick Carlos. I will not go against Carlos. Has Carlos looked superior? No, he has not looked. He has lost sets here and there almost every single match. I think he has lost sets in every single match. I think so, if I'm not mistaken. Besides the first round, which he won in straights. After that, I believe he has lost sets in every single match. If I'm not mistaken. But when the chips have been down, when he has done some bad sets, the first couple of sets, and then the third and fourth, he has more or less gave his opponents beatdowns. Even against Tiafoe in the third round, he was 2-1 down. I was never concerned. A beast machine like Carlos is, especially a beast player in best of 5 sets. I knew that if Tiafoe will win this match, he needs to do it in 4. If the match goes 5, it is hasta la vista, baby, Tiafoe. And it was hasta la vista, baby, Tiafoe. 6-2 in the 5th. Bang! Against Tommy Paul, even when he lost the first set, Carlos, in that quarterfinal match, I knew that Carlos would win this. I really knew it. Carlos will not lose against... If Carlos loses in Grand Slams, he will do that against a really, really, really quality players. No offense against Tommy Paul. He is a good player, but he's not a quality player a la Djokovic, a la Medvedev. He's not. And Carlos will not lose a player against players like that. He will not. And that's why I knew when Tommy won the first set, which took over 1 hour for Tommy to win, I said to myself, if Tommy Paul needed over 1 hour to win 1 set against Carlos, then he's in big trouble, baby. And of course he was. Carlos Alcaraz then won the last 3 sets and won the match in 4. So, against Medvedev, it is a rematch from last year's Wimbledon semifinal, a match that Carlos won in straight sets. I think this one will be closer than last year. I have respect for Medvedev. The reason I believe it will be closer is because Medvedev he's a problem solver. He is not afraid from anyone. He knows that Carlos Alcaraz is the favorite. He knows that Carlos Alcaraz can take all the time away from Medvedev. He knows that Carlos Alcaraz is an explosive player, is a powerful player who can hit winners from all over the court with both forehand and backhand. He attacks the net. He has great volleys. He has great drop shots. He's a shot maker. He has the whole package. Medvedev knows this. But what Medvedev has also is he has a big serve method. He is a consistency machine from the baseline. He has great shot tolerance. He extends the rallies in Medvedev. He can make his opponent's life a nightmare. So that is what Medvedev has as weapons, and considering that Carlos has not looked unbeatable at this year's Wimbledon, I believe that Medvedev will give Carlos Alcaraz a much better run for his money than he did at last year's Wimbledon semifinal. I think this match will go to 5 sets, and Carlos Alcaraz will win this one in 5 sets. If we get an upset in these two semifinal matches, I definitely don't think that we will get that in a match between Djokovic and Musetti. If we get an upset, I'm saying if. I'm not predicting that we will see an upset. If we get an upset, it will be between Medvedev and Carlos Alcaraz, and Medvedev defeating Carlos Alcaraz. If we get an upset, but I don't think we will get an upset. I think we will get a rematch from last year's Wimbledon final between Novak Djokovic and Carlos Alcaraz. So I think Djokovic defeats Lorenzo Musetti in straight sets, and I think that Carlos Alcaraz defeats Daniil Medvedev in 5 sets. So there you have my semifinal predictions, my tennis friends all around the world. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and see you next time. Peace.